So it looks like today we are gonna be playing Umbra as our main clan and Hellhorned as the second one. The mutators are 2 for 1, musical chairs and hollow. So every time we draft a card we gain a second copy, and at the end of combat shuffle all the position of all units in the train, and finally friendly units enter with Heartless. So Hollow is not too bad with these clans, it only shuts down lifesteal from Umbra. Other than that, there's not much healing. Musical chairs is definitely a little bit annoying with Umbra as your main clan, because it's very important which unit is in the front, so you can only have one gorge unit and morsels on the floor. If you have any other unit there, musical chairs might mess up your morsel eating. And 2 for 1 is just making it a bit harder to optimize your deck, but it can sometimes be nice, especially with some of the consume cards. So let's jump in and see what we have available. As our starting cards, we have Feast and Umbra Assault and Hornbreak. I am really happy about this. That's a very nice set of starting cards. Our boss is gonna be the Consume Seraph the Diligent, so we need to keep that in mind. Let's take a look at what relics we can find here. Railhammer versus Vapor Funnel. That's an interesting one. I do like Vapor Funnel, but I also like Railhammer. With lifesteal being out of the equation, maybe armor is something we want to keep our units alive. I mean, a little bit of armor is never bad. But to be honest, I'm not a big fan of armor stacking, especially if we have access to things like damage shield from Umbra. So I think I will go with the Vapor Funnel. That makes it a bit easier to set up, because we can more easily let a few units go through and they will die to the pyre without dealing damage to it. And now that we have something that makes it easier to set up, let's take a champion that benefits a lot from having time to set up. So we go with the Gorge champion. Also, the problem with Architect is that he's a backliner, and backliners don't really work well with musical chairs. And I also really like the new Penumbra with lifesteal by base. These guys are a bit annoying. They will die to the Vapor Funnel, but we need to make sure they don't kill our Penumbra before that. And that's easier said than done. Even on the top floor, these will still deal 5 damage apiece. So we need to kill some of them before they get to the top floor. Just so we can set up Penumbra there. Let's start feeding. Damage shield, that's very nice. Did I just argue for the Gorge Penumbra with him having lifesteal when we are in a hollow challenge? Oh well. That means I have to take... I especially have to take care to not let him get hit too many times. And this floor is definitely too many times right now. Okay, this looks fine. Lifesteal morsels are not that great. I think I will have time to kill this clergyman, so I'd rather prevent the damage from this one instead. Health is very useful. There we go. We will not get a good boss rush score here, but at least we will get a no damage kill. Immortal Trade is useless with hollows, so it's definitely not that. I don't think I want another 2 Umbra assaults. That's gonna be a bit too much, we won't have that many targets for it. Let's go with the Packed Morsels, that's a nice chunk of morsels right away. Inflame, Fortify, Hornbreak. Currently our curve is pretty low, so we could take an Enflame. Hornbreak, we already have Hornbreak. On top of that we have other damage spells, so it's definitely not Hornbreak. It might be Fortify, just because it's nice and cheap. How likely are we gonna be using Rage? It might happen, but I don't think it's that likely, so let's go with Fortify. Just to have a little bit of extra armor available to protect our Penumbra in the early stages from dying. Crucible Warden versus Crucible Collector versus Branded Warrior. I don't think it's either of these. Branded Warrior is definitely clearly a backline unit, which is hard to make work with musical chairs. Crucibles are not that great if we already have Gorge Penumbra. Our morsels are mostly reserved for Penumbra right now. I think we don't need to pick up a unit right away, but there are some units I would really like to see from the Umbra clan. Mostly Overgorger, Shadow Eater and Allied Construct. Is it only these 3? Would I take any other unit from the Umbra? Probably not, to be honest. Yeah, definitely not Morsel Master or Morsel Maker. Probably not Shadow Siege either. So the unit gives us not an amazing chance to see something valuable, so let's go to the left and get some spell upgrades. Consume removal. On a pack morsels, that's not a terrible idea. 1 cost, 3 uncommon or rare morsels. That's actually a decent card. I could even cost reduce it afterwards. I definitely want the magic power on one of the Umbra assaults, so it's easier to get off. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Cost reduce this one though. Maybe I want to cost reduce. Maybe I want to hold over it instead. Nah, I'd probably rather hold over the Umbra assault. Let's cost reduce the pack mortal. And I don't want to reroll and not be able to afford the large upgrade, so I will purchase Torch instead here. Yeah, Torch. Torch, because we do have a lot of targeted damage spells already, so we don't really need Torch in this deck. Armor 10, sure. Good thing we have this Umbra Assault upgraded. 32 damage by now. Sure, with some damage spells we can make that work. That counts as some damage spells, I would say. 43, so the backline can kill the collector, that's very nice. And we can start getting some damage out on the bottom line. Home break on this guy. Those are packed morsels. Oh, damage shield twice, that's nice. This didn't really help her. Not that it matters all that much. And we are already good here. Feast, Perils of Production, Mine Collapse. I wouldn't be opposed to taking a Perils of Production in this deck. I don't think we want Mine Collapse, given that we already have 2 Umbra Assaults that are competing for Slays and Hornbreak, which can at least deal with the same things Mine Collapse could. Perils of Production. Hi Alex, nice to see you. So, do we want the Perils of Production? Yes, I think I'll take it. We might find a use for it sooner or later, and it's not terrible. It takes care of a lot of potential future energy problems for us, and it could allow us to take a Demon Fiend here. Demon Fiend is a pretty solid card with musical chairs, because it doesn't matter if it's in the front or in the back, it will be tanky and deal a lot of damage anyways, so I kinda like that. I hope it's not too bad, Elix. But feel free to sit back and relax. Okay. Now we do have units to actually upgrade, so I think I want to go to the right, see if we can find something in this Merchant of Steel. Large stone. Large stone is interesting. Yeah, I don't mind a large demon friend here. It's not like we want to put anything behind it anyways with the musical chairs. Let's take a look at the caverns next. I should have probably went for the unit first, but... Petrified Heart? Our units are already heartless, so that's pretty good. The Blood for Blood wouldn't be terrible either with the Vapor Funnel, but I don't think we will need that much healing. Fire healing, I mean. So I'd rather take the free plus 10 health on everyone. With the plus 10 health, I guess I want more damage on my Demon Fiends. To be honest, I kinda would like to leave the large Demon Fiend open for something like Multi-Strike. Maybe Quick. Probably not Quick. Mostly Multi-Strike. I can get some upgrades on the other one though. I don't think I will need both of them multi-striking. Antumbra Assault. That's very nice to start out with. I think we could realistically set up Penumbra on the bottom floor here. We are fighting explosive Sigil Daedalus, so we need to keep in mind that some units will have haste and might be able to skip the middle floor. Although we do have a lot of... Oh, right, the morsels now have 11 HP, I should use them to block some damage. I don't think I will be playing both Demon Fiends here, but I might. I was about to say, let's try to get that Steward killed. So these morsels we can put in front, they would die. Actually they won't. Not if I do it that way. That's actually quite important because we can't have lifesteal on our Penumbra. For that reason, it's actually quite nice to have these morsels for blocking damage. This guy will die to the morsel on the top, which is kind of funny. Oh, that's a pretty scary floor right now. We can sacrifice a Steward here to prevent some of the damage. Looks like this disciple is gonna get past. Not much I can do about that. What I could do is tank the damage with the Steward. But I do want to leave space open on the top floor just in case just in case we're gonna draw into the Demon Fiend. Can't kill off the Steward here either. But if I drew into a Demon Fiend, I would probably play it on the top floor anyways. And maybe I should have played the Steward up top. So this guy would take more damage and die to our Vapor Funnel. 5-9 damage. Could have made it, yeah, with the Morsel Excavator as well. Should probably have done that. Good thing we have these guys around to trigger our Antumbra Assault. We did take a little bit of damage here, 2 damage to get a bottom floor kill. I think that's worth it. Shroud Mitosis, definitely a great card. Branded Warrior, Alpha Fiend, Crucible Collector. Nope, none of these. Especially not Crucible Collector. An extra energy would allow me to play the Demon Fiends without having to draw into Perils of Production or morsels to set them up, so I think that's good. I think we need the extra energy for consistency. Now, at this point we also want more expensive cards. Something like a One-Horned Tome to make use of that extra energy. Umbra unit. At this point, I don't think I would take many more units. I will go for the free removals, I think. Here we get a free relic though, so that's worth it as well. Gorge relics would be very nice. Maybe relics that create morsels. They are not that necessary, I suppose. To be honest, I wouldn't take something like Sketches of Salvation. And we don't have a lot of money to spend right now. Might as well pick up some additional money. Let's go to the right. Scorched Steel, okay. Boon of the Blacksmith on the other hand, with Vapor Funnel. I don't think we need the extra attack. Let's go with the Scorched Steel. Alloyed Construct. I would like that better than my Demon Fiends, I think. But it's a bit too late for that. Let's go with more Gorge. Heaven Seal. That's a little bit annoying, but we can kill Light Harnessers in one hit, so we should be fine. We probably can't set up an Umbra on the bottom floor though. But we can definitely set up a Demon Fiend on the bottom floor. This is fine. We don't really need more attack on this guy, nor on this guy. So it doesn't really matter where we play the mortal, I suppose. Let's get some health on this guy, and the other morsels go onto Penumbra. These train stewards are becoming a little bit of a liability. Ah yeah, I forgot about that already. I should use these morsels to block the damage. I will definitely start doing that now. This is a bit of an issue. We don't have anything we can slay with the Antumbra Assault, and we drew both Shroud Mitosises in the same hand. Hornbreak doesn't help with that. So these spells are basically useless. That's the one combat where... we don't really have things to slay with our spells. We can't slay our own morsels because of the Petrified Heart, and we can't slay the enemies because there are no low health backline enemies in this fight. But after all, we don't really need to, because we already win on the bottom floor just with our Demon Fiend and Train Steward. The Train Steward actually made the difference here. Yeah, more card draw, very welcome, especially considering I picked Energy. And Cave-In. Cave-In is very nice. We can stack our Demon Fiends on the same floor. That might be quite powerful. Battering Ram doesn't really appeal to me, even though we have Scorched Steel. Well, we do have Scorched Steel and we do have morsels, so every morsel is 20 damage to Battering Ram, which is still not a lot. Still not enough. Battering Ram is such a weak card. Let's go for the relics here. We might find something like double... Ooh! Okay, these are very strong, both of them. Probably Winged Steel is better, but I really like the Commemorative Spike buffing our beginning. Honestly, in this deck specifically, I could see Commemorative Spike actually beating out Winged Steel. Is that crazy? It might be crazy. Let's take Winged Steel. Makes it easier to go for... Yeah! Yeah, I will take that. That's very exciting. We have 2 demon friends with multi-strike now. Sure, give me all the money. Morsels become a little less important once we start caving in our demon friends. I do have enough money to buy another relic, so let's try. Check strips, lightstone casing, unbroken horn. We could save up a lot of energy with unbroken horn. We don't currently have a good use for that, but there are a few good uses in these classes, so let's take it. Just because we currently have a lot of energy generation and we do have a lot of draw, so it might work out for us. This is the sweep guy. We don't really care about the sweep boss. We do care a little about these overcharge tanks, but with our demon friends we should be fine. That's not quite the draw I wanted. Let's play the healthier demon friend here on the bottom floor. Penumbra can go on the top now. I do want to later cave in this second demon friend down to the bottom floor. Let's play the non-consumable pack morsels. That's a lot of damage. We can't easily tank that with morsels here. But to be honest, tanking 23 damage is a lot better than gaining plus 3 health. Okay. Ooh, that's quite exciting. Shroud Mitosis on this guy. This room is almost full, so Shroud Mitosis would only give us 1 more morsel here. So I guess what I will do is Perils of Production on you, and then Shroud Mitosis you. So we have a bunch of raging morsels here, which in the end are not quite enough to kill this overcharged tank with the first hit of Demon Fiend, so it didn't really matter in the end. Might as well play a Trained Steward here. 1 is fine. This guy has 30 health. If we play the Rubble Morsel, he will gain some armor, but our Penumbra is strong enough to finish him in 1 hit anyway, so might as well get the extra energy next turn. This guy deals a lot of damage, but we could kill him with a torch. Nothing else to kill, to be honest. Let's kill this guy with a torch. And see what morsels are available. Okay. That's just fine to protect our Demon Fiend. The morsel actually gains armor, so it will survive in the front line. And Umbra. Damage shield is pretty nice. We are drawing quite a few cards every turn. I like that. And we can play these cards out quite well, while still gaining some energy out of it. Carry over with the Unbroken Horn. There's our second demon friend, but I do want to play some other cards first. Let's see. I'm actually gonna play the Torch just to draw the extra cards. We do not get any more useful morsels. And we have nothing to slay with the Umbra Assault. This is 16 health, we have 15 damage. Just a little bit short. But after all, this is still quite a nice buff for our Penumbra. And that's already enough to kill. Very nice. These double striking demon fiends are pretty strong. Cannibalize, Feast, Ember Forge. Definitely not Ember Forge, we don't have the capacity for that. Another 2 feasts might be too many feasts. Maybe Cannibalize, but we don't have that much room for morsels, to be honest, so I think I will just skip. Inflame, Rage Serum, Impolate. I think now we could take an Enflame. We do have the multi-strike units now, and we do generate a little bit of excess energy we could spend on something like Inflame. I will take the Inflames, yes. Yes, demon friends are doing a good job here. I would like the removals, I would like the dupe. Do I like the dupe? I could just get another demon friend, we do have 2 cave-ins. That's not a terrible idea, to be honest. But I would rather get multi-strike on the other one first, or pretty much any decent upgrade right now. Let's try again. And there we go. Now we do have a unit we could dupe. And these train stewards are definitely a bit too clunky to use. Let's remove one of them. Conceal Caverns, giving us a cave of 1,000 eyes. Let's pay life. We do have a bunch of health. +3 magic power. That definitely helps with our slays, with the Umbra Assault and Hornbreaks and things like that. So I will take it. So next up is Fell. Rage Fell, to be precise. I think we should be perfectly fine against Rage Fell. I think I do want to set up my first demon fiend on the midline so we can kill this statue. I would like to play Perils of Production to play a Shade Splitter right now. If we play Perils of Production and a Shade Splitter, we will have 3 energy next turn, which isn't enough to play the next Demon Fiend, so I will pass. Let's start with Packed Morsels. I was really hoping to see a Perils of Production this turn. But at least we got our strong demon friend out now. And we can even tank all the damage with the Umbra morsel here. Okay. Let's use perils. These guys are already pretty weakened, so... This guy though needs a little bit of extra damage, then he will die to the pyre. Shroud Mitosis will actually provide that extra damage for us. Let's go for a torch here on the bottom line. Shroud Mitosis. This one we don't want to feast, we want to kill the statue first and hit some damage on the Clipped Guardian. And I guess it's time to cave in. Get that overstacked floor going with the two big guys. At this point my main issue is keeping these demon fiends healthy, which is not easy because I can't play any morsels in front of them. But we do have some armor generation cards, which definitely helps. No good target for Umbra at all, sadly. 16 damage? Okay. Actually, that works. Didn't help much though. Yeah, an Immortal Tray could help with lifesteal if it weren't for the Hollow modifier and the Petrified Heart, which both make our Demon Fiends heartless. So that's not gonna work for us. We can help them a little bit though by descending these guys. So this guy will get a damage shield, which helps with survivability. I could even make 2 more of these. I think I care about these more than the ones here on the top. These Enrages are definitely proving their worth. I was hoping for some damage shield morsels, but I guess not. These are 4 units, so we can descend another 3 units to that bottom floor. Let's send in some health morsels. Maybe we can still find the damage shield morsels. Nope. And finally, Fell comes out to play. No damage taken, 3-turn boss rush. Nice. Oh hey, Shroud Spike. Oh hey, one Hornstone. Oh hey, Umbra Stone. Can I take all of these? I mean, we don't really need Umbra Stone, to be fair. One Hornstone and Shroud Spike, on the other hand. These are both really strong. So our goal is obviously an early Seraph kill. We do have two cave-ins after all, so it might work out, but it won't be easy. I think one Horn's Tome is more useful for an early kill. We could make a giant Penumbra and deal a bunch of damage to Seraph, but I don't think it will be enough to get a flying kill. On the other hand, one Horn's Tome on the Demon Fiends won't be enough either. So if anything, we need to one Horn's Tome Penumbra and feed him a bunch. But I think that's something we can do. Let's go for capacity. We do have a lot of draw in our relics, but more capacity means faster feeding for Penumbra, and that's something I do care about right now. I really want the removals and the spell upgrade, so this is an easy choice for me. These torches are very bad, as are the train stewards. Let's actually look at the spell shop first. Double stack. Okay, we might have a shot at this with double stacked one Horn's Tome. I will also cost reduce this one, just so it's actually that's not even needed. We just have double stack doubles the effect of all status effect stacks that are added, so the multi-strike 1 becomes multi-strike 2 now. Probably get the upgrade on Cave-In. I do care about Cave-In a lot. And Power Stone can go on one of the Hornbreak, so we can kill frontline armored tanks easier. Oh, you never played Monster Train, okay. Yeah, I must admit, I am playing this game definitely in a way that I expect to know the audience, at least the basics, so I hope you still have fun and manage to follow it for the most part. Definitely want to remove one of the train stewards now, probably the other one as well. These torches. We did add a bunch of other non-damage cards to our deck, so these torches are not as bad as they could be, because we do have the spell power artifact as well. And let's get the final Gorge unit upgrade. So plus 12 attack every time we eat a morsel is definitely gonna spiral out of control once we give them multi-strike. This is good. That's already enough to kill the Gilded Wing. Do we have any zero costs we want to draw into? Yeah, the pack morsels. Let's play Feast to draw the cards, and we did get a packed morsels. Very nice. I think the damage shield is pretty useful on the bottom floor. Ooh, that's even better. I do want a magma morsel now. I didn't get it. So we can have 7 units on this floor. Fragmitoads this is 3. So that's that. Let's play this one out. We did draw into our one-horn tome very early on, which is not great. Do I want to play the train steward? Yeah, we do have enough room. Ah, the other one-horn tome. Definitely not happy to see them there. I do want this guy to stay healthy, so I will keep the damage shield around. Honestly, Penumbra is just big enough by now. We could just cave them in. That would work. I do want to see the card though, from Winged Steel. Okay, that's very nice. That means we can even play another Shade Splitter. Descent. Yeah, okay. Our Penumbra doesn't feed this turn. And now we need cave-ins to feed them, but that's okay. Our Penumbra doesn't really need any more food anyways. Homebreak is not enough, so... Let's go for one home storm on the Penumbra. Might as well start setting up some morsels on this floor, so we can descend them later. So we won't be descending them, but we will have someone eating them, which is obviously fine as well. This works out quite well for us. And finally we descend this guy and play another one-horn storm on our Penumbra for a ridiculous overkill. And get a lot of gold. Embarkage. Embarkage is a way to deal with Seraph the Diligent. And honestly, it's not a bad card for our deck. It's a 0 cost, so it helps trigger the Winged Steel, it generates energy. It's all in all pretty useful. Tiresome Climb. That would allow us some more control over the over Seraph's movement. I like that. Basically now our goal is to set up our Demon Fiends on the bottom floor to kill the jumps, feed our Penumbra, give him multi-strike, and control Seraph's movement with our Tiresome Climbs and Cave-ins. So that could work out. Yeah, Scholar on the multi-strike tomes would work, but I really want to be able to control where Seraph goes now. And for that reason I will go to the left, get some more purchase in on the final train steward and probably on a torch. Yeah. Holdover. I could see holdover on the cave-in. Just so we always have tools to control the movement. If I set up the middle with the Demon Friends, I have more control over Seraph. Holdover is not retain. It's whenever you play the card, it will at the start of the next turn go on the top of your draw pile, so you draw it every turn. If you play it every turn. Let's cost reuse as Shroud my Totelis. This is something I will play almost every time I draw it. Mind checks. Okay, that's helpful. Scorching Restraints, Consumed Crown. Consumed Crown is probably not good enough. I think I will take Mind checks and reroll for the Double Gorge artifact. Collection of Tails. These are all a bit too weak, I think. Just don't do quite enough. I do want to set up our boss killer, which is gonna be Penumbra, on the middle floor for sure. The Demon Fiends can be at the bottom, killing the jumps, but Penumbra wants to be in the middle floor, I think. Rage does not decay. We only have the two Inflames and, in theory, the Perils of Production. I don't think that's quite worth it. Do we need another a magic power upgrade? I don't think we do. Actually, it wouldn't be bad on the Umbra Assault because there are 10 health guys in this combat. Consume removal. I don't want to make the One-Horned Tomes more expensive. Yeah, having experience inspired definitely helps with things like concepts like keeping your deck the right size. Yeah, consume is like exhaust, that's correct. I will get another cost reduction. Probably in the Umbra Assault. I don't want the consume removal though. So I guess we'll just take the gold with us. But if we kill Seraph even one turn faster with one of these relics, it's worth spending all the gold we can on it. But I don't think it will it will help us enough to be worth it. That's a little bit of an issue, but we can play the Vengeful Shard here, we just have to take the damage from it. Do not start with the Umbra Assault, start with Shade Splitter. Let's play another Shade Splitter. I have to play out the Self-Mutilation. It's a little bit too much damage to take here for my taste. Should probably have picked up Scorched Restraints now that I think about it. Oh, this is helpful. Now we can kill this Purifier on the bottom floor. And honestly, Tiresome Climb isn't bad here, but we don't really need it. I'd rather save the energy so we can play our One-Horned Tome easier. Let's start with Pack Morsel. It consumes anyways after all. Play the Morsel Miner here. Reserve is if you keep this card in hand. Triggers if this card remains in hand at the end of your turn. This guy deals 10, so Magma Morsel will be enough to deal with it. And we can prevent some damage here. I do want to start hitting Seraph, even though it's only a small amount for now. I definitely want to play the One-Horn Storm, so we will do that. Feast. Feast. I do kinda wanna kill this Wild Wing, so we can actually finish off one of the Gilded Wings. Then again, I also want a Shroud Mitosis. I do really want a Shroud Mitosis here as well. I think getting that extra power onto Penumbra is worth taking 1 damage here. I would love to draw into some of these excavated embers soon. One more card, then we can draw with the Winged Steel. Excavated Ember. Perils of Production to play the One-Horn Storm this turn. I have to. We need to get this going, otherwise it's gonna be too late. Okay, this is much better now. Our Penumbra is close to the power we need him to be at, but not quite there yet. Do we want to descend? We don't want to descend. We would deal a bunch of damage to Seraph, but next turn is much more damage with all these Scorches going on right now. And we didn't manage to do it in time. We took too long with our setup. And now we can't even get the bottom floor kill. I should have descended last turn. I didn't count the turns. Otherwise I would have known that it's our last chance to descend. Well, it didn't work out, but we still got a nice a nice powerful run at least. But this won't be a great score. We'll probably be in the 50s or something. Yeah, pretty sure this will not be an amazing score. Our deck was pretty thick in the end, but 2 for 1 does that to you. Demon Fiends were fun. Other than that, mostly a Penumbra feeding run. Let's take a look at our score. And we are not even that far behind as I would have thought. But still not in a great position here. Still top 30 is decent, all in all.